Lamont Datway Jones, raw and uncut.
Yo, what up? What it do, YouTube? That's right, it's your boy. It's that boy, Lamont Datway Jones, back in the building. Yup, you heard it right. It's that boy that they call Lamont Datway Jones, back in the building. And with that being said, my people, I just wanted to thank everybody who decided to stop and rock with that boy that they call Lamont Datway Jones this way, you dig? And with that being said, my people, topic of discussion is when it comes to the Atatiana Jefferson case, okay? And my people, before I, fill you guys in on what I'm about to talk about when it comes to the case of Atatiana Jefferson, I want you guys to pay close attention, okay? Now, with that being said, I just recently found out, that this so-called cop, that actually, gunned this lady down in the presence of her own home, okay? I just recently found out that they actually, charged this guy with murder, as they should have. And the reason I'm saying it like this, people, is because, a lot of times, when cops, do things like this, a lot of times they try to justify it behind what the other person's actions was. But I kind of figured that wasn't gonna really quite go that way for this particular cop that we're talking about. And I'll get to exactly who he is after I clarify some of the reasons why I feel like by them actually charging him with murder, why they should go ahead and completely throw the whole book at this guy. I know a lot of people are not gonna like what I'm about to say, but I could care less, okay? Because I feel like this. I wouldn't give a damn if she did point a gun at, this guy. You were snooping around her house, okay? And I feel like, for you not to even bother to try to at least knock or tap on the door and identify yourself or let your presence be known that you was a cop there, I feel like that is just completely downright irresponsible. In other words, when it comes to doing the work of a supposed to be professionally trained cop, okay? You guys dig what I'm saying? I feel like that was pretty much some amateur, moves on behalf of this guy by him not even bothered to at least let his presence be known. Just like, what I'm really trying to say also is, instead of you doing that, which any, good cop with common sense would have done, you decided, you want to try to continue to creep around this woman's house. You know what I'm saying? In hopes of you actually finding an actual burglar or someone of that sort, so you could pretty much gun them down and be hero of the day when it didn't work out like you thought it was going to work out for you. See, that's the type of stuff. Excuse me, y'all. That's the type of things that happen, when you think like that. In other words, those are the type of things that happens when you actually, think pretty much without damn thinking, and think about what I'm saying, y'all. Because if he would have thought about at least knocking on the door, letting his presence be known, okay, that woman would probably still be here and alive today. But instead, you know, instead of you operating like any good professionally trained cop would act, you acted like a damn amateur. Okay? That was an amateur move that you made, man. And I don't give a damn how you put it. You can say whatever you want. And that's another one of the main reasons why, when I found out that they're actually going to charge this guy, it's what really made me want to do this vlog. Okay. And before I show you guys this footage that I have that I'm eventually gonna, give you guys my ending comments on. I just want to let you guys know that I'm gonna show you guys like the time frame as well as how this incident happened and the reaction of the chief. Because see, this is one of the tripped out parts about this segment that I'm doing, is when I got to the part to where the captain, not the captain, but the chief, of this particular police force. This is the part that really tripped me out about this whole story, on how the chief actually took this, which also leads me to believe that by me seeing the chief's reactions on some of this footage that I'm about to show you guys, is what really led me to believe that this guy, I believe that this guy is really in some serious trouble. You dig? But hey, we'll see if justice prevails, because like I said, this woman had every right to pull her firearm. Her firearm. Okay, because for one, her door was open. Okay. Since when has it, like I said once before, since when has it became a crime against the law to leave your own door open in your own home? See, this is the type of, like I said once before also, these are the type of things that happens when you have nosy ass neighbors, okay? Think about it, okay? If you was a neighbor with any common sense, you clearly could see on the video that I'm about to show, one of the videos that I'm about to show you guys, that both of the ladies' vehicles were there, which should have let him know, okay, they're there. Maybe they're just, getting some air, which was really the main reason why she had her door open. Okay, I don't give a damn what time it was. And for you to be up that late, if it was the wee hours of the night that they say, peeping around at everybody else's houses, worrying about what's going on in everybody else's, place instead of your own. This woman would probably still be alive today. Okay? That's why the only reason I would have made that move, if I was this guy who's supposed to be such of a concerned neighbor, the only way I would have did something like that, if I looked out and seen that woman's door open, as if I heard a lot of commotion. Like any type of screams of anything of that sort. You guys dig what I'm saying? That's the only way I would have did something like that. Other than that, I wouldn't have thought twice about doing what he did, okay? Anyway, my good people, with that being said, I'm gonna show you guys and bring you guys up to speed on some of this footage that I'm about to show you, and I'm also going to give you guys with that said, afterwards, I'm also going to give you guys my final, thoughts, comments, and what I just really, like I just said, think of this whole story, because I was going to do a blog on this story a while back, like soon as it had happened a few months back. But like I said, I'm the type of person, that anytime a big, case or story of something of that sort, hits the media, I'm the type of person that, because I know everybody is gonna, pretty much be talking about it. I'm the type, as I've stated once before in a lot of my vids, if you guys are familiar with my channel, is I am the type of blogger that will, I don't like to respond during the actual, moments. In other words, like right at the time that it had happened, because you got so many different people. I like to let people get their stories on out the way before I voice my final thoughts, like I'm doing on this segment, okay? But anyway, you guys, with that being said, I'm gonna, let you guys see some of this footage. And like I said, the main reason why I really decided to go ahead and do this vlog and give you guys my final thoughts on this case is when I just recently found out. I'm sure a lot of other people had already known this, but I just recently found out that they actually convicted, this irresponsible cop, a poor excuse for a cop, when they actually convicted him of murder, okay? Anyway, you guys, with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys, check out this segment, and afterwards I will be back with my ending comments and statements on what I think. You dig?
The growing outrage in Texas tonight. A woman killed by police in her own home. Body cam video shows an officer outside the house. He'd responded to a call from a worried neighbor about a door ajar. The officer then firing through a window of the house. The officer resigning today, the family accusing him of murder, and ABC's Marcus Moore talked with the family.
Tonight, authorities say the officer at the center of this fatal weekend encounter where an innocent woman was killed inside her own home.
Put your hands up, show me your hands.
Is not cooperating with their investigation. The Fort Worth police chief saying after reviewing the video, he would have fired Officer Aaron Dean, but he quit first.
Had the officer not resigned, I would have fired him for violations of several policies, including our use of force policy, our de-escalation policy, and unprofessional conduct.
Family members say 28-year-old Atatiana Jefferson was playing video games with her 8-year-old nephew early Saturday morning and had left the front door open to capture some of the breeze. That open door getting the attention of a neighbor who called the department's non-emergency line.
The front doors have been open since 10 o'clock, and I haven't seen anybody moving around.
Police parking around the corner to do a welfare check. In the video, you can see Officer Dean walking around the back of the home, and that he never identified himself as an officer.
Put your hands up, show me your hands.
Within seconds, Dean firing that deadly single shot through the window, killing Jefferson in front of her nephew. The shooting comes less than 2 weeks after Amber Geiger, a former officer from the nearby Dallas Police Department, was found guilty for killing Botham Jean inside his home.
No justice, no peace!
With anger growing in the community, Fort Worth city leaders announcing an investigation, but also apologizing for leaking that Jefferson had a weapon in her home, now calling that detail irrelevant. Tonight, Jefferson's family demanding criminal charges.
The fact that she got shot for looking through her own window, it's amazing to me that they could even try to justify it.
It angers me that my sister's not here. She won't even get to see 30.
And late tonight, Dallas police announcing charges for that officer, booking him for murder. The Fort Worth police chief had indicated that he had submitted the case to the FBI for possible civil rights violations. No word on whether the FBI is taking the case.
All right, Marcus Moore tonight. Thank you, Marcus.
Aaron Dean, the Fort Worth, Texas police officer who fatally shot 28-year-old Atatiana Jefferson in her own home, has been charged with murder. After Dean's release on bond, interim police chief Ed Krause held this emotional press conference.
It's very emotional because the officers, they try hard every day to try to make this city better. I likened it yesterday to some of our officers that are out there every weekend and most weeknights that they're out there trying to build these relationships, and I likened it to a bunch of ants building an ant hill, and then somebody comes with a hose and washes it away, and they just have to start from scratch and build over.
Gabe Gutierrez is in Fort Worth, Texas with more.
Allison, a number of fast-moving developments on this story. Here in Fort Worth, Officer Aaron Dean was charged with murder late yesterday, and he is now out on bond. And today, the interim police chief here in Fort Worth gave an emotional news conference where he choked back tears when asked about morale within the Fort Worth Police Department. Local authorities have moved swiftly to charge that officer with murder after the deadly officer-involved shooting early Saturday morning that took the life of 28-year-old Atatiana Jefferson. Her relatives say that she was just 28 years old, a graduate of Xavier University in Louisiana, who was babysitting her 8-year-old nephew early Saturday morning when she was shot and killed. A neighbor had called in for a welfare check to a non-emergency number earlier that evening. And when officers arrived, it was all captured on body camera video. Officer Dean is seen shining his flashlight around the perimeter of the home, shining it into a window, but then opening fire just seconds after drawing his weapon. He urged her to put her hands up, but according to police, he never identified himself as a police officer. Now, a newly released arrest warrant today shows that Jefferson, according to investigators, did draw her weapon and point it at the officer. But again, local authorities have said that she was perfectly within her rights to do that. Whether or not she had the weapon was, quote, irrelevant, according to the mayor yesterday. Authorities had released a still frame of that gun over the weekend, but the victim's family says that that was outrageous, that she was perfectly within her rights. Now, the victim's family, represented by civil rights attorney Lee Merritt, had been demanding not only that the officer be fired, but that criminal charges should be filed in this case. That's exactly what happened late yesterday. Now, Officer Dean had resigned early Monday morning before he could be fired. Now, this is certainly raising a lot of questions within the community about what happens next. Again, the officer is now out on $200,000 bond. But the victim's family says that this was a breakdown from top to bottom.
Joining me now from Dallas, Atatiana Jefferson's brother, Darius Carr, and Lee Merritt, who is representing the family in this matter. Thank you both so much for joining us. Darius, so sorry for your loss. Listen, I won't even ask you how your family's doing tonight because I know it is tough and I can't even imagine. But we thank you for joining us, and we know that you called today for Officer Dean to be arrested, and tonight we know he is being held on murder charges. What is your reaction to that?
Yes, thank you for having me. He did get what I wanted him to get, and this is only the start. There's no way this is enough. We know this is a good step in the direction there where we want to go, but it's definitely not the end.
Mm-hmm. You want justice?
Absolutely. I demand it. It has to happen.
Mm. So I said I wouldn't ask you how your family's doing, but how has this affected you guys?
We've slowly but surely starting to allowing ourselves to feel the emotions that we should be feeling right now. The case itself has been a whirlwind. Slowly but surely, we are allowing ourselves to feel. It's been a lot. It's been quite a bit of. Today itself has been I'm speechless about it. I can't put it into words.
Now, my people, this video, I know a lot of you people, have already probably seen this video that I'm about to show you guys one last time. And the only reason I want to show you guys this video because I want to give my people who rock with that boy, Lamont Datway Jones, this way, just my insight, and commentary on what I really think and how foolish and stupid and ignorant that this police officer's, actions and judgment were. Okay? Because like I said, and I'm going to address this as well, but because like I was saying once before, I mean, There's just no excuse. Not for this one. And I think it's sad, you know, that you know, racism has gotten that bad to the point to where, you know, black people or people of color, however you want to put it, are actually getting gunned down in their own damn homes, man, by the people that's supposed to unquote unquote serve and protect or protect the conservative, you know, you want to put it. I mean, it's just it's pitiful, man. It's that racism has gotten to that point. You know, I think it's pitiful that you have white people, some white people, because like I said, not all, because all white people are not, you know what I'm saying, racial, and I get that, I know that. I'm just talking to the ones that are. I think it's sad, you know, that it's gotten to that point to where now, if you see a person of color, even if they're in their own damn home, or even in their own, the comfort of their own homes, like, what the hell, man? Come on, you gotta be kidding me. And I think it's sad that racism has gotten that bad to the point to where you actually have certain white people out there that are that afraid when it comes to having to deal with people of color. And I don't see why would you be so afraid? And what I mean by when I say this, people, I'm gonna say this before I play this last clip of this video I'm about to show, okay? What I mean by that is this. I've never understood racism. Once I did get old enough to realize what that actually was and what it meant, I never understood it for the simple fact, how can you feel that way toward a person of color when they've been here pretty much since damn near since the beginning of time, just like white have, or Caucasians have, or however you want to put it, okay? So what makes you think that a race has pretty much been here pretty much for fucking ever? It's just gonna mysteriously disappear. I'm sorry, but as much as I hate to break it to you people, it's never gonna happen. Because I guarantee you, whenever you're dead and gone in your grave, that there's gonna be still gonna be millions of people of color still wandering this earth, as well as, you know, Caucasians. You can best believe that. Even when my black ass is dead and gone, okay? I know that there's still gonna be millions of Caucasians still gonna be roaming the earth. Same goes for blacks or colors or whatever y'all call them, okay? Just make sure y'all keep that in mind. The next time, you know, you decide to see a person of color and just put your hate face on and be like, he ain't got no business doing this, he ain't got no business doing that. Why is he here? Why is he there? Same reason y'all here. People of color was put here the same reason y'all was put here, to live and you know what I'm saying, pretty much appreciate the gift of the Most High God, which is life. You dig? That's why. Okay? So, for all you white supremacists out there, you know what I'm saying? Just think about that. If you're that type of person, now if you're a non-racist white person that's watching this video, believe me, this video is not for you. Okay? Please understand that. Only for the ones that pretty much hate people of color like myself. This video was for you, for them. You dig? And like I said, I'm not racist by far. I could never see myself hating another person just because they have a whole different lifestyle and culture and different skin color than I do. I just cannot see myself hating another human being just because we are not alike as far as when it comes to skin color and cultures. Can't see myself hating. That'll be just like me hating a man for pretty much being who he really is supposed to be as when it comes to being a Caucasian or a white person. You dig? That'd be just like me hating this man for living the way he's supposed to live, the way his kind has lived, pretty much forever. That's got to be some of the most idiotic shit ever, to hate someone for just being themselves. We can't change the fact that we were put here as colors, and just like y'all can't change the fact that y'all was put here as whites. So all you white supremacists, please understand that if you were ever a white person, or you are a white person that feels this way toward people of color, please understand that, okay? We're not going anywhere. So if you're wishing, to pretty much, for the planet to be extinct, when it comes to people of color, man, I hate to break it to you, it's never gonna happen, okay? Anyway, you guys, that being said, I'm gonna play this clip for one last time because it makes me sick every time I look at it, so I can give my clarification on what I actually think about this idiotic cop's actions, okay? Now here's this idiot right here. He's creeping around this lady's house. Motherfucker ain't knocked on the door or shit. You peeping. What you peeping for? Why didn't you just knock on the damn door? Okay, if the door was already open, you supposed to be like, at least tap on the door like, hello, anybody here? Instead, you want to try to, be a hero and try to thinking you're going to creep up. Thought he had creeped up on a criminal. Didn't realize it was actually the woman that lived there, that owned the house. Just fucking stupid, man. Unbelievable, bro. And look at him. Okay, you see both of the woman's cars are in the driveway. But you rather go by what one of her nosy ass neighbors said when he should have minded his business. Because long as you didn't hear no screams or nothing like that, that should have let him know everything was okay. See, this is the type of shit that happens when you got nosy ass neighbors. You dig? I'm sorry. It just is, man. Look at this. Put your hands up. See? As soon as he looked through this woman's window, put your hands up, pow! Oh my God. Unfucking believable, man. It's unbelievable, man. I just cannot believe it, bro. Now my people, the only reason why I, decided to show that clip for one last time is because, I know a lot of my people don't know. Just recently, like maybe I think a month or two, ago, that they actually found, this officer guilty of murder. Yeah, they actually charged him this time. This time it wasn't no paid leave and administrative leave and all that shit. Not this time, because in one of the news clips, man, was one of the tripped out parts about this case is how the chief, how the police chief took it. And this, let me tell you something. When I seen the look of just agony on this police chief's face. Don't get me wrong now. As a person of color, I've witnessed lots of these type of incidents, okay? And out of all of those incidents, this was the very first one of them, okay, that I've ever seen the chief react in that manner. Because believe me, I've been around long enough to know when someone is trying to put on an act, especially when it comes to a damn crying act. Okay, this dude wasn't acting. This man was holding back actual tears. That's why I couldn't believe when he actually said, like, I believe this dude here might really be in some serious, trouble this time. The reason I say that because the police chief said even though he resigned before I could fire him, he did it because he knew he was coming. When you fire somebody, you can tell them that they're fired the same day, but at the same time, once you fire that person, the paperwork and all that still got to kick in. Then they got to get to HR and all that type of stuff. So, even if he would have fired him, like I'm sure he knew it was coming, but he knew, this guy knew that the chief was going to fire him. You know what I'm saying? He resigned. In other words, he had to resign the very next day. He had to. You understand what I'm saying? And I know a lot of you saying, well, hell, they shouldn't have even took the captain, or the chief a day to fire him, and that's true. But at the same time, I've already looked at it from that perspective. But once I seen the news clip, that chief, he was highly pissed and upset about this dude, Mr. Aaron, idiotic white supremacist Dean, if you will. Okay? The captain was highly fucking outraged behind this cop's actions, man. The man was holding back tears, and like I said, I've been around long enough to know when somebody's putting on a damn crying act, okay? And this wasn't no act, dude, by far. And that's how I know that, and should I say that's why I believe that Mr. Dean's ass is on fire right now, even though he's out on bond. Okay? Now, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say this. There is no way to justify this cop's actions for what he did. I wouldn't give a damn about him seeing that lady with a gun in her hands. This woman had every damn right to draw down on his ass. You creeping around in this woman's house at fucking night. Since when has it became a damn crime to leave your own door open or cracked? That's the reason I say, man, it doesn't pay to have nosy ass neighbors. Because I feel like I'm like this. If I would have been her neighbor and saw that, I would have been like, okay. Once I'd have seen the cars in the driveway, I'd have been like, okay, she just got the door cracked for a second. That's when I say it takes a highly, very super nosy one. That takes one of the nosiest people in the world to call the cops after you see this lady is at home. Damn, she can't open her door just because it was in the middle of the night. Okay, she felt like she could open the door in the middle of the night because, as you can see, the lady had a gun in the home for her protection. And that's one of the main reasons why she pulled that gun, because she knew that she had her front door open. And she was like, oh shit. When she heard these sounds, like, the woman probably like, oh shit, let me get my gun, somebody outside. Damn, and I know the front door open. She was probably praying nobody had creeped in. You dig? Think about what I'm saying, people. That's why there is no justification for this cop's actions. I wouldn't give a damn how you put it. And that's why they need to give this clown every bit of what he deserves behind this. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't care how you put this. And one of the main reasons why I'm making this video is because he was recently found, well, I ain't gonna say found guilty, but they charged him. In other words, when they charge you with something, you best believe that they're gonna pretty much try to find you guilty of it. 9 times out of 10, when a person gets charged with something, they're pretty much gonna get found guilty of it, unless, before anybody starts trying to question what I'm saying, I'm not through yet now, unless there is insufficient evidence. But in his case, you got all the evidence in the world you need. It was right there on his body cam. Now, if that ain't enough evidence for them to find this guy guilty of the charge of murder, which they charged him with, shit, then I don't know what is. You dig? Think about what I'm saying. The only reason I made this little clip, this little blog about Mrs. Jefferson is because I am so glad that they finally charged this dude, regardless of his cop status. Even though they charged Amber Geiger, but she didn't get that much time at all. But I'm just gonna, with that being said, my people, I'm just gonna say this. I can guarantee you guys, if it would have been the other way around, you best believe that Mrs. Jefferson, wouldn't have had a bond. She probably would have had a bond, but you can best believe her bond would have been 10 times higher than his. But let that have been Miss Jefferson being that police officer. And let's just think about this, my people. This is what I'm trying to say. Just picture Mrs. Jefferson in this guy's shoes. Picture Mrs. Jefferson being a cop. You did. Say if that was Mrs. Jefferson creeping outside of a white man's or Caucasian's house at night, okay? Without even knocking on the door, first, pretty much letting, if that person whose house you're at, letting them know your presence, okay? Say if that was her did that and did the same thing he did not gonna do nothing, and as soon as she creeped around the house and seen this white person pulling a gun at her and she started popping off at him, y'all think they would have did that for her? I mean, I'm just saying, you can't rule that perspective out. You got to look at this type of incident when this type of stuff happens from both perspectives. You dig? You just can't look at these type of things, situations, just from that one. In other words, you got to be open minded when it comes to something like this. Okay. That's why I say, now, if it had been the other way around, not only would they, she would have lost her job, it wouldn't even gave her a chance to resign, even though the chief says this guy resigned before. But then again, the chief might be right. And the reason I say that is this. I forgot they got to do like a thorough investigation, whatever. You know how they do when it comes to all this police business and all this type of shit, okay? They really got it. I mean, that's true. They really have to look at the case from every different angle, okay? Yeah, they do. They have to look at it from every different angle. Even though I'm sure the chief's intentions were to fire him, and I can tell in that interview. Yeah, I know it was. But at the same time, I know the chief wasn't just blowing smoke. And the reason I say that is because the chief also made a statement saying it doesn't matter about him resigning. In other words, the chief made it where he will never be able to get another job in law enforcement. And that was from when he actually stated that he's still going to you know, once we give him his walking papers, resignation papers, or however they do that shit, the chief said he's gonna make sure that he got a dishonorable discharge. Yeah. He said that. He said, I'm gonna make sure that he's still gonna get a dishonorable discharge. Pretty much is what the chief was saying. Like, I'm gonna make sure that gets stamped on his walking papers. That way, even if he think after this blows over, he will never get another job in law enforcement. Yeah, because I'm telling you, man, that chief, he was pissed. You know what I'm saying? And I can't blame him. It's just a damn shame, man, the way that this played out for Mrs. Jefferson, and it's just a damn outrage. You know, that's why when a lot of people of color, like, since a cop is outside, because I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna let y'all in on something. A couple of cops knocked on my door one night. Okay? And they were knocking so damn hard. Of course, I grabbed my tool. So I'm walking to the door with my tool. When I asked who is it, they said the police. I was like, holy shit, like what the hell? Like, because I knew I hadn't called them. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't nobody didn't even open my door, dude. I talked to their ass through the door. I was like, yeah, how can I help you? Talking about, we just want to ask you some questions. Could you open the door? I said, for what? I told him what I'm opening my door for. I ain't called no cops. Then he was telling me something about, only reason I opened my door because he told me that he got a call that saying that some kid that lived, you know, in my neighborhood had, you know, ran away from the house, and they said they was heard that he was in the area. When he said that, that's the only reason why I opened my door. But you best believe I made sure that I put my tool up before I opened that door, because I know if I would have opened that door with my tool in my hand, them police probably would have gunned me down, bro. But believe it or not, it turned out to be the nicest cops in the world. I couldn't believe it. And they was apologizing when they realized they knocked on the wrong door and everything. And they was like, when they had the little boy's name, but I had an idea who the little boy was. I just wasn't sure if they were talking about the same little boy. But I kind of figured they were, because this is not the first time I've, you know, heard about and witnessed this type of incident with a couple of my neighbors. But anyway, yeah, that's the only reason why I opened my door for them when they said that they was looking for a kid that was missing. Had it been for that, ain't no way in the hell I would open my door for them police, for those cops, dude. Never. You dig? But in Mr. Jefferson's case, it was completely different. She was just at home chilling, minding her own business, having fun with her little nephew. They playing video games, having a good time. And can you imagine the trauma that kid is going through? Because I noticed when he heard them shots, he had to run in there, and that man seen his aunt laying there. That kid is going to be fucking scarred for life behind that, man. That's the reason why I'm guarantee you this is going to spark outrage if they let this cop off like easy. When it comes to Mrs. Jefferson's case, for the simple fact he knew better. He's had better training. I guarantee you if he would have peeped up, that would have been a white face he saw. I guarantee he wouldn't just shot off like that. And y'all can say what you want. I know he wouldn't have. That's why the people, older white supremacist people that are racist, you need to stop teaching this bullshit to your kids and your grandkids, man. This is the type of shit that people like you are making happen. You got your grandkids and your kids so afraid of people of color nowadays. Shit, even if they see a person of color in their own home trying to defend themselves, they get fucking gunned down, man. That's fucking ridiculous. And I'm sick of seeing this type of stuff. Which is why I can see why that captain was so destroyed and pissed behind it. And this man just wasn't putting on the show. That's the reason why I believe they about to give this dude everything that they know they should give him for his actions, because he made the whole police force look bad for the simple fact that's got everybody thinking, not only in Texas, everybody around the fucking whole nation, that's got them thinking like, damn, like, what type of training are they giving these cops at Fort Worth Academy? And I guarantee it, because I'm one of them that's thinking that shit like, man, what the... How in the hell are y'all teaching? What kind of fucking training? What are y'all doing? Giving them training to gun down people of color? Even in their own homes? Some bullshit, man. Care how you put this. Unbelievable. And that's the only reason why I decided to show you guys this vlog I decided to make on Mrs. Jefferson, when it comes to Mrs. Jefferson's murder case or whatever, okay? Because I didn't know. I know a lot of people might have already did, but I just recently found out that they actually are about to try to convict this cop of murder. I hope to God they do. I don't give a damn, man. If they don't convict other white person when it comes to what I feel like is a damn irresponsible hate crime, you call it whatever you want. That's what I'm calling it, okay? I don't give a damn, man. It's pitiful, dude. When you're not even safe in your own homes anymore, because every time a white supremacist or some type of a racist white person see a black person, they automatically think, oh no, oh my God. That's bullshit. I'm sick of seeing it, man. As long as we got people like that exist, everybody always want to speak highly of American values and all this bullshit. Just like they gunned down Philando Castile. The man told the officer he was armed. He was a licensed carrier. Okay, you tell him not to reach, but if y'all pay really close attention to that video, he had just asked that man to show him his license and ID. You dig? And you still gunned this man down, man, while he trying to get his license. He already told you he was strapped, and then what makes it so terrible about what happened to Philando Castile, that little girl, when I got that little baby, that little 3-year-old girl out the backseat, I was like, oh my God, are you serious? He didn't give a damn about that man, baby daughter being back there or none of that shit. You think that man gonna pull out a gun and try to shoot you in front of his baby daughter? Why, hell no. That man had his baby daughter and his girlfriend in the car. He ain't got no reason to do nothing like that to you. We got his family with him, man. Jeez, man. It's just fucking pitiful, man, when stuff like this happens. Damn. And I'm just so sick of seeing it, man. Just like this lady here. Walked in this man's house talking about she didn't realize she was in the wrong place. Are you on drugs? What the fuck? That's why I believe it was more to that case. I guarantee you at some point these two people knew each other. I wouldn't give a damn what nobody say or how anybody else put this shit, man. There was more to that because of that dumbass weak-ass excuse this woman made. Who fucking does that? That's the last thing mistake that you would expect out of somebody who's a cop. Think about that. These people are trained to stay alert. So for you to be that unalert and you a cop, which is why it lets me know if that was some bullshit. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I'm entitled to my own opinion. You can either take it or leave it. I wouldn't give a damn. But that shit was uncalled for. If you knew you had something going on with this man and you didn't want people to know, damn. You didn't have to go to that length. I mean, if you wanted the goddamn that bad, shit. Okay, let a regular citizen like me do some shit like that. Walk in somebody's place and gun them down, then I'd be like, oops, sorry. I thought I was in my crib. I was in the wrong crib. You think they gonna buy that bullshit? Hell no, man. My ass out of here. Fried. Died, and they gonna lay my ass to the side when I have to go in that cell and lay down all them calendars. If I ever decide, if they ever decide to let a motherfucker like me see daylight again. That's why that was some bullshit, how they let her off light. She didn't get no time for that shit, man. That's fucked up, man. How they'll give these cops all this fucking leeway even when they know they dead ass wrong. Because like I said, if a regular citizen person like me would have done some shit like that, walked in and gunned somebody down, and then I had nerve to tell them people that I was in the wrong place, they would have laughed at me so hard, like, really, son, sir, or whatever, you really expect us to believe you walked in the wrong place? They gonna look at me, and be like, they gonna know our flop, they gonna look at me and be like, you know you wanted that man dead just because of the color of my fucking skin. They gonna think off top that I'm just super violent like that just because of the color of my fucking skin, bruh. You dig? It's pitiful. That's why I'm so glad that they charged this clown with killing this woman, and I hope to God that he's found guilty. They got all the evidence they need on camera. They seen how stupid, his actions were. You didn't even knock on the door, bruh. You walked right past the door. I know y'all saw that. He walked right past this lady's fucking door. You didn't try to knock and let your presence be known to nothing. You still, like I said, he started trying to creep around outside, trying to be a hero, hoping he gonna creep up on an actual burglar. Then realize the person he thought was a burglar, that he had shot and thought he was gonna get praise for it, didn't know that was the actual person who lived there on the house. I guarantee when he found that out, I can just imagine how he felt. But that's what happens when you make dumbass decisions. And you're supposed to be a cop. That's why the chief was outraged, because he was like damn, I thought we trained our officers better than this. You dig? Jesus, man. Then he gonna hurry up and resign. Gosh, man. Anyway, you guys. I'm about to get ready to go ahead and end this, because right now this whole story has got me so mentally destroyed right now, man. Y'all have no idea. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I hope they give Mr. Aaron Dean life. If they don't, because you already know they're not gonna give him the death penalty. I just cannot wait to see what they're gonna do to him. I just can't wait. Like, I can't wait, bro. Anyway, you guys. With that being said, I just wanted to thank everybody who decided to stop and rock with that boy they call Lamont. Datway, Jones, this way. You dig? But before I end this, my people, before I end this, if I'm thinking about, but I might. But I think I might just go ahead and end it, because, like I said, it's already just by me thinking about how they did this lady in her own home. It's got me kind of pretty much mentally destroyed right now. So you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and end this vlog on Mrs. Jefferson. Like I said, I hope this guy I hope they stick it to this dude right here. I really do. Anyway, you guys, with that being said, may the Most High continue to bless you and all of your families while you're out there on that paper chase, swimming with them sharks, trying to provide for your family during the rat race. You did? With that being said, my people, till next time, stay tuned, my people. And if you like any of my commentaries that I do on some of my vlogs or whatever, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You dig? Anyway, you guys, with that being said, till next time, my people, peace. Peace out.